Hello, everyone. This is Coach Jay with Mid City Acquisition Group. Today, we're going to go over how to find off market properties or commercial properties, basically. So, for those of you guys who are new to wholesaling, commercial wholesaling is a lot different from residential. So, anything from 1 to 4 units is considered residential. Anything above 5 unit and above is considered commercial. As some of you guys know, we do stores, facilities, trailer parks, warehouses, land, all that good stuff. When it comes to wholesaling, so anything you run across out there, if it's a good deal, we have buyers that's willing to buy it in all states other than California and New York. So. So today we'll kind of go over a few things on what wholesaling is for commercial, some of the people that you may want to put on your team that can see you out these type of deals that may be in these markets. Just kind of get your foot wet a little bit or your feet wet a little bit. So I just kind of go over a little bit, guys. And for you guys who who are actually not tending tonight, I got just me and Miss Elaine is on the call today, so shame on you guys. But I definitely will be sending you guys this, so not a problem. I am recording it. All right. So how to find off market properties. So since it's just me and you, Mr. Lane, if you got questions, you can stop me and I'll answer for you.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Okay. So how to find off market properties. So all right. So off market real estate prefers to properties that are for sale, but not in the traditional sense. Just like basically you run across a realtor who has a property that they haven't put on the MLS. That's what an off-market property is. They call it a pocket deal. So normally what happens is when say Monday morning roll around and they got a great deal that they have on that somebody just sent out to them. What happens when you get the brokers and realtors, they immediately send it out to their investors, the A investors that they know once they send these deals out, if they like them, they're going to go ahead and buy it. So they send it out to these few first, and then if they don't buy it, then they put it on the MLS. So what you want to do in that situation, you want to be the person, your preferred buyer, their preferred buyer, but you want to be at the top of the list. And how do you get to the top of the list? You have to close a few deals with them and let them know that you're serious, and then they'll put you at the top, right? So only select a few get that. So that's basically what an off-market deal is, right? When it comes to residential and commercial. So when you're dealing with brokers, you definitely we're dealing with commercial. You definitely dealing with brokers. So the way to do that, you got to make sure that you contact those brokers. You let them know exactly what you're looking to buy. You send them your POF letter if you have it. If you don't, let them know once as soon as you get the property, you analyze the property, you'll send that out to them as quickly as possible. All right. All right, so plans to simplify off-market properties are those that are not publicly listed for sale. So we kind of talked about that a little bit. So that's what a commercial a property is, a pocket deal is, right? So ways to find off-market deals. One way that you can find an off-market deal is direct mail. So what you want to do is try to go directly to the owner if possible. Because keep in mind, when you're dealing with a realtor or a broker, their job is to keep the property at the highest amount, get it at the highest amount that they can get it at, all right, or sell it at. Your job is to get it at the least you can get it for. So that way you can put your points in between and make your money. So if you can send out a postcard, let's say if you see a property that's an 8 unit, and you could pull it up to see who owns this particular property. What's the owner's name? Maybe you want to skip trace the owners, or look at the tax assessor's office and see who actually owns this particular property. Send them a letter. If they're in your neighborhood, drive by, talk to them, talk to the neighbors, and see who knows this person and call them directly. You get your best deal when you're going directly. So whether you're using mail, you're using skip tracing to find a number, make a call, going directly to them is the best way to go. All right. So one of the ways you can reach out to them is through cold calling, right, or text blasting. So of course you can, making cold calls. You can touch more people than making cold calls or text blasting. You can drive into their home, right? But what I've learned in this business, the person who's willing to go the furthest is the one that wins the deal, especially with commercial. So if that person is in your neighborhood who owns that property, if you can go over there and knock on that door, It's going to be kind of, I can say, daunting, especially if you never have done it before. But that person sees that you're serious, right? When you're knocking on their door, especially on an investment that they may have in their portfolio. Maybe they're not even interested in selling it, but by you just coming out there to see them, to talk to them about their property, they willing to listen to what you have to say, and may be able to make a deal, right? Now, text blasting. One thing I would say about text blasting is, if you have let's say if you have 500 people that you want to reach out to, cold calling may not be the best way to get it done. It may take you a whole day or two to make 500 calls, depending on how fast you make those calls. Text blasting, you can simply upload into a system and put one particular message in that box, and just blast it out within seconds. All of those people get a text from you. So the people who contact you back is the one that you talk to, right? So I mean, that's where we go. That's where we do it. We do text blasting now. When a person give us a call back, maybe I get, out of 500, I may get maybe 50 people who text me back, or whatever the case is, and probably 49 of those cuss me out. But that one that said, yeah, I do have that property on it, man, and I'm interested in selling it, it makes it all worth it. But it's a numbers game, though. You got to keep that in mind. So another thing that's very important, especially dealing with commercial, is team members, brokers, mentors, CPAs, doctors, property management companies. You definitely need team members to do this business. It's very important. You need brokers. You need a mentor, especially if you haven't done these business before, because understand, you're dealing with people who knows what they're doing. You're not dealing with the average mom and pop, so to speak. You may be dealing with a lawyer, so they may have their lawyer that looks over the contract and makes sure everything is right. So if you don't know exactly what that contract is saying and you sign off on that, you can put yourself, in a bad situation possibly, right? You need to know. You need to have CPA. I would say, somebody, when you get ready to sell this property, how you be able to maybe defer your taxes on this particular deal, right? Now, I will also say, property management company is very important. So unless you're going to do the management part on your own, you may want to, reach out to some property management companies as well to see, how much it'll cost for them to manage this particular property. You look at see doctors in the neighborhood, a lot of those guys are investors as well. So get your management team in place. We have a lot of these guys already set up. So if you're working with us, we can kind of plug you in with a couple of people. It don't cost us, cost you a dime to do that. We just tell you, okay, this is the people that we're working with. Here's the information, right? So we're not trying to sell you or anything like that. All right. So you want to also gain some information about commercial properties as well, man. So you want to look at build you up a platform. If you could get a podcast, read your few books, start your podcast. Look at mentorship, meetup groups. All that information. You can definitely be very beneficial. Like right now, I'm reading this book called Real Estate Investing by Mr. McGraw-Hill. 36-hour course. I bought this book a few weeks ago, and I'm probably a quarter started on the book, so I'm getting ready to really dive into it now. But I'm still, like, right now, I'm still taking in knowledge of this information, taking in knowledge of whatever the case is, because you never know too much about commercial properties. It's not about what I've learned about commercial properties. About how creative can you be. That's how you do a deal. You can structure a deal either. It really don't matter how you structure the deal. You can put it together as many different ways as possible. As long as you put it in a situation that solves their problems, a lot of times you'll win the deal. So we're great. You got to be a great negotiator, right? You got to know how to structure this thing to where it can be beneficial for you, but also beneficial for the seller as well. And, get you a couple of books, get you a mentor to kind of walk you through these different things. And, it can definitely be very beneficial for you. So places to find potential deals for multifamily wholesaling. Brokers, we talked about that. If you go on Zillow, not Zillow, but LoopNet.com. LoopNet is like the MLS for commercial properties. So if you pull up LoopNet in whatever state you're in, or you're looking to do some marketing in, you'll see properties that's on there. Now, the great thing about it, the thing about it is this. A lot of those properties that's on there, they're already been picked through, right? So remember, we talked about pocket deals a little earlier. Those deals have already been sent out to some their investors, and apparently they're not good deals. If not, if they was, they would have bought them. So those properties that's on there, they're not good deals. So when you contacting any broker from LoopNet, what you're after is actually the relationship with that broker. So this is kind of what I do. I'll pull up LoopNet, pull up, in Dallas, because I'm out of Dallas, and I reach out to him and I say, hey, I see you got a property on 123 Main Street. Seems like you've been doing this for a little while, and you probably really educated in commercial. What I'm after is this. So I tell them exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for 50 unit apartment complexes, apartment complexes, A, B, or C class properties. 16% cash on cash return. Looking at A class. Yeah, definitely A class. We can run across that. Cap rate about 8% cap rate. Depends on your market, guys. If you run across those type of deals, do you run across those type of deals? You tell me yes. All right, here's my information. So what happens that Monday morning rolls around after their meeting, you hear some of their brokers, or they hear some of their brokers say, "Hey, I got a smoking hot deal. It's a 49 unit. I got a guy ready to sell it. The first thing you think about is Jay." And he give me a call because I done told him exactly what I wanted. And the great thing about it, what I've learned too, when it comes to commercial properties, a lot of these commercial brokers really don't want to deal with properties like under 50 units. It's really not a whole lot of money for them. They'd rather get these properties that's 100 units, 200 units, or whatever the case is. So, so you may be the only person in their building that's willing to take a 20 unit or 8 unit or something like that, which is a good thing because these brokers talk to each other. So they go out to dinner on a weekend or through the week, and they have these power dinners or whatever the case is. You may be the only person at the table, or your broker may be the only person who has a person's willing to buy some under 20 units or whatever the case is. So you may potentially get all that business, right? So that's important. So you got to know exactly what you're looking to purchase, right? So dealing with us, I mean, the sweet spot definitely is about 50 units and under, but we also have people who will buy at 200-300 units as well. So that's not a problem at all. But us as a group, we're doing some syndication deals right now. So we have people that's in our buying on our team now that's interested in doing some syndication on some deals. So that's kind of hits right where we need to be, around 50 units. So also, you can find some stuff on different ads and things of that nature, man. Reaching out to other brokers on different platforms. Also, believe it or not, you see a lot of stuff on Craigslist as well. I know a lot of people on there now are actually realtors or whatever, but you may find an 8 unit on Craigslist. so it's just a couple of things you can do to find those particular deals. Okay, so maintenance guys, HOV guys, to my roofers, land care guys. Listen, this is what I've learned, man, in this business, man. Everybody knows somebody that can potentially change their whole situation. But a lot of times what we do, we overlook the people that we should be talking to. Let's say you pull into an apartment complex. First thing you may see a lawn care guy cutting the grass. Now, if you live in that apartment complex, you probably passed that guy 17 times. But guess what? That person works for the owner of the apartment complex. Now, he personally may not talk to him, but his boss talks to the owner. He's the one who got the contract with. So you will let him know, say, "Hey, man, do you know the owner, first of all?" "Well, yeah, the owner's in there now." You can go right in there and talk to the owner. "Hey, man, I know you got own this apartment complex, but are you looking for some more apartment complexes? Maybe I could be your source guy." So you never know where your next deal is coming from. We talk about the maintenance guy as well. You talk about roofers. So you're driving down the street, you see some people on the roof or whatever the case is. Guess what? They got that contract because of the owner of the apartment complex. Talk to them as well. And I let them know, say, "Listen, if you can give me the owner's information, name, number, whatever the case is, and I may have a good deal for this owner, and maybe he may do some work on the one that we have, and they may hire you guys." So I give them a little bit of incentive to give me that information. And first thing when I do, I give them a call and say, hey, Mr. Owner, hey, I talked to your roofer guys over here at such and such street, Mr. Jack. He's a really cool guy. He told me to give you a call to kind of do a little name dropping, right? So there's ways to get that done. So you'll learn some of the techniques when it comes to that. All right. So how do you submit those type of deals over to us? So here's a couple of things when it comes to commercial is it, to send it over to us for us to analyze it. So normally what we do on commercial deals. So let's say you want to become a bird dog for commercial with our team. So if you're not familiar with bird dog, a bird dog is a person who goes out to find great deals for investors, right? So I know some people say wholesalers does the same thing, but wholesalers do a little bit more. They not only find great deals, but they also have buyers lined up, and they do a lot more leg work, whatever the case is. In this particular situation, what we do when it comes to multifamily bird dogs is that it's a few things that we need from. First and foremost, we need the property address, and the owner's name and number. You need to be able to get in contact with this person. If you can't, reach out to us, maybe we can get in contact with this person. So it's going to be some information that we need in order to put together a strong offer on that property, right? So one thing we need is at least 50%. It has to be at least 50% occupied. So if it's a 50 unit, it needs to be at least 25% occupied. So we need like a rent roll, T12, basic information on that particular property. Now, when it comes to commercial properties, commercial properties takes about 30 to 60 days, sometimes 90 days to close, depending on how big it is, how much stuff that goes with it. It can be a headache, but the amount of money that you can make on a commercial deal is huge, right? So like the average wholesale deal for residential, you're looking at maybe 5 to 10 grand or 15 grand or something like that, right? But with commercial, you're talking about, it depends on how you structure that deal. You're talking about 100K on one deal, right? It may take you, let's say if it take you a whole year to do one, we're talking about 100K a year, depending on the size of that property. So it's a little bit more work that has to go into a deal to structure this deal, but it's worth it. Now, if you're working with us and we're doing our back end numbers for you, pre-underwriting and doing all that good stuff for you, what we do on that, we come on as a team and we split the assignment fee 50-50 on the deal. So my job is to not only negotiate the deal, but also try to negotiate it in a way that we can get some equity in the property, at the same time get some money when the deal closes too. So meaning we become part owners of apartment complex, right? So and I'm trying not to leave nothing on the table. All right. All right. So, as a matter of fact, I forgot this was on here. Become a commercial bird dog for MCA. Learn how to submit multifamily, storage facilities, hotels, trailer parks, properties to MCA. All right. So we have to remember, guys, submit numbers into multifamily deal analyzer. So we have a deal analyzer that we send out to you as well to help you to see if this is something that we're actually interested in as a commercial property. So you have to kind of learn that a little bit. And we have to remember too, guys, that this is a numbers game. It is a numbers game. So, of course, if a person told you, if you contact 500 apartment complexes, you may get a deal. So my question is, how quickly would you contact 500 apartment complexes? That's what I'm talking about. So it's not one, every 2, 3 you run across, you're gonna close one. No, that's not how that goes. But you're talking about 500 to 1,000. So maybe a little bit more than that, because the market right now is definitely a buyer's market right now, especially in Texas. Everybody's moving to Texas. Everybody's, all the California people moving to Texas, all the New York people moving to Texas. So the market is kind of crazy right now, but there's always somebody in this situation. And again, so we are a virtual wholesaling company. So no matter where the deal is at, we can go to where the deal is at. So if you find something in Oklahoma, you find something you find something in Michigan, you find some in Ohio, we can do those deals without actually having to go there. Now, the deal is a big deal, a lot of numbers, good money. I have no problem with taking a flight to wherever I need to go, especially with the corona kind of lifting up a little bit. I'll catch that flight in a heartbeat. So yes, So this is, kind of some of the things that we do, man, when it comes to commercial here. This kind of scratched the surface. It's not a lot of information. Just want to kind of get you guys, let you know kind of exactly what we do. So this is commercial as well. So keep in mind, guys, we do residential as well. And then next week, next Tuesday, you guys hop on. Again, this is free as well. And we'll go into some residential, how to structure some deals, how to put it together, how to find cash buyers and all that good stuff. So, all right. So I'm gonna get off real quick here. So Miss Elaine, since we're the only one on there, you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I was wondering, are you do you guys look for distressed multifamilies or?
Yeah, preferably distressed, because that's where you get your money, basically. But I mean, whoever's willing to sell a property, we're definitely interested in taking a look at it. But yeah, if you can run across the distress, that's even better. That means that person has probably no money to fix it up, which means that he's more interested in selling it, or
Yeah.
maybe the property management company that's managing the company is not doing a great job, and maybe we just take a couple of pictures of it to let them see what kind of situation this is. They may say, okay, look, man, I didn't know it was this bad, but what would you give me for it, right? So
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that was my only question.
Okay, yeah. Again, so I haven't did the slide in a minute, so I apologize.
Okay,
So,
I have a question.
Yes, Miss Sandra.
Sadara.
Oh, so I'm way off there. Okay, go ahead.
That's okay.
I
I'm
put my
used to it.
glasses on. I didn't even put my glasses on. How you doing today?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's a great day to be alive.
Hey, every day is.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my question is, are you guys only looking for properties in Dallas, or are you just looking for, I know you said you'll hop on a plane.
Yes.
I'm in Houston.
Yes, we definitely hop on a plane. Wherever the deal is at, I will go. Wherever the deal is at.
So what percentage are you guys looking to be able to lock the properties up under?
What do you mean?
Because I have some buyers that are like, okay, we would like to we're buying the properties at 70%, or some are buying it at 75% ARV.
Okay, so you're talking about residential properties.
No, multifamily, some of them are still asking for the same thing. I know that they're comped differently, but there are still some buyers who, when they buy multifamily, they're asking the cap rate, but they're also saying, hey, we're still looking for properties under by this percentage rate, which is a little weird, but
yeah,
that's
definitely. Well, that's a good question. I mean, I have never had nobody ask me that before, because see, we will buy properties. It could be at the top of the market, right? Let's say if it's at the top of the market, but it's cash flowing like crazy. We can't turn that down.
Correct.
So I don't understand when a person says 70% on a commercial property.
Now I don't. I just they just tell me, and I'm like, okay, because they'll send me their buy box, and I'm like, oh, okay. So are you guys? Do you guys also purchase creative financing, or is it just?
Yes, we do that as well, but we also do syndication as well. If I see something I want, if it's 18 unit that I want to purchase, I'll purchase it myself as well. So we have multiple. We have, say it one more time.
Do you do crowdfunding as well, or
on some small stuff we doing that right now?
Okay.
Yeah, on some small stuff we doing that. I probably have about 30 people that was in my mentorship program, and what we do is basically put the money together, and we look for good deals as well. So, but yeah, no matter where is it at, we will come. Now, are you a wholesaler, or are you a realtor, or?
I am a wholesaler and a fix and flipper.
Okay, cool. Absolutely. Now, when it comes to residential, yes, we're doing 70% less repairs.
Okay.
70% less. But I mean, even then we can go a little higher too. It depends on the property.
Right. Depends on where the location. Yeah. Lower end property, 70%. If they're higher end with a great ARV. If the numbers work, then the numbers work.
Exactly. Now here, this is what kind of separates us when it comes to commercial, when it comes to residential. We are creative we're creative financing, right? So we do we will buy a lease option, seller finance deal. We, even if a property's upside down, If your seller is motivated and that property will
Yeah,
flow, we will
and that's
purchase that.
creative financing all the way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. So no matter what
Right.
it is,
If someone wants a property and they're upside down, but they want 300,000, then you know you can Airbnb the property and
correct,
bring in 1,500 a night. You'd be
correct,
stupid not to take it.
correct, correct. So
So
we
yeah.
say 70%. The property would dictate to us how much we were willing to pay for it. You know, how we gonna attack it.
Okay.
Yep.
Do
Yep.
you do are you into mobile home parks or is it
Yes.
just
Mobile home
okay,
parks?
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Trailer parks. Well, yeah, mobile.
It's
The park
kinda
is
the
what we're
same.
after. Yeah, we after the whole park. So if it's just one mobile home, no.
No.
We're
I
talking
mean the whole park.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, because my mentors, one of my mentors, I have three, is
Yeah,
really big into mobile home parks.
yeah. People don't understand how that's some good money.
Well,
That's good
he's known as the
money.
creative finance guy, so he
Yeah,
creative finances everything.
yeah. But not only that, but also storage facility as well.
Now that I have not gotten into, but like I said, mobile home parks, SFH, single families, multifamilies. I haven't done a multifamily deal yet. I have them sent to me, but I haven't entered that realm yet. I'm even getting mobile home parks sent to me, but I haven't. Right now, I'm just really in the single family home niche.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
I have them coming in. People are
Okay.
sending the information to me, but I didn't have any buyers. I'm trying to get a couple hedge funds.
Yes.
So I haven't had any buyers specifically that would want to tackle those outside of creative. So I kind of like, okay, well, we'll get around to it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because it makes no sense for me to focus on that if I don't have an end buyer at the end of the day.
Well, you do now, so that's not an issue no more. You definitely do now.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna add you to my buyers list because
absolutely. I want to be at the
They
top
come in.
though.
They come in.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. So,
Okay.
so normally what we, it depends on how we structure the deal. But if you're looking to, let's say you're looking to strictly wholesale the deal, right? Even if you willing to partner on a JV on them deals, we can do that as well.
I'm not against JVing.
Okay.
I'm not against it at all. I believe in there's ample properties for everyone.
Absolutely.
There's not enough humans on the planet to sell all these homes.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not against JVing.
Okay. Well, definitely. So if every Tuesday at this time we get on here, we talk about a particular topic. So next week, definitely we're gonna be talking about residential. Maybe I'm not for sure exactly what we're gonna talk about, but it may be lease options, may be subject to like how to structure those type of deals. Like we give the game out over here. Like I'm not trying to hold anything back, but if you do have something that you're willing to bring to the table and we both eat, let's do it. So
I'm all for that. Okay, so I heard you mention your mentor. Who is your mentor?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me, I've been in this business now for about 8 years, and this what happened. Let me give you my short story real quick. I was a truck driver for about almost 8 years now. Yes, I was a truck driver for many years, right? And I remember back in the day, because I'm a little older guy, so I remember this infomercial used to come on, Carlton Sheen, and he used to say, "Buy real estate with no money down." I remember this as a kid. So I remember I'm in this company, right? I'm driving this truck and I'm tired of listening to the same old songs every single, everybody play the same song. And I pulled up on YouTube how to buy houses with no money down. And I seen so many tutorials on step-by-step on how to wholesale houses. And for about 2 years, I studied YouTube, I read the books and all that stuff, right? To the point I had to say, you know what, either I'm gonna take this information and apply it or I'm not gonna apply it. And I jumped out there. Exactly. I jumped out there on it. So I reached out to some people. I didn't have the money to do a mentorship. Everybody was charging thousands of dollars, right? I don't have that kind of money. So, but I've been doing it now, like so almost 8 years now. I'm close. I'm a virtual wholesaler, so we do deals in 48 states. We don't do New York or we don't do California, but I've did deals all over. So, and I've been through so many situations, but I also have people I can go talk to as well because nobody knows 100% about everything. Right. So I do have people, but I would say if you do have the money to get a mentor, definitely do that. Because a lot of stuff that I messed up, I could have saved myself a lot of money, but I didn't have it. So
I think
I
everyone says that.
yeah, yeah,
Even I mean, Steve Trang has said it on multiple conference calls.
yeah.
They've all said it.
The
Like
learning curve.
yes, we've
Yeah,
made astronomical amounts of mistakes.
yeah.
Because the little circle I'm in, well, it's not a little circle, but they are constantly talking about, make sure you have your LLC set up straight and you get you a really
Especially
good
with commercial.
CPA that knows
Absolutely.
investing, because
Absolutely.
you could end up paying $100,000 in taxes that you shouldn't be paying. And I was
Absolutely.
like,
So
yeah,
true.
I'm
So
gonna have to make
I
sure I have like the best
I failed.
CPA.
I failed in all of that. It was all trial and error for me. I failed through all.
Yes,
So now I know. So that's why I said if you can do it, now understand too. So if you don't have it, you don't have it. You know what I'm
correct.
saying? In this business, you have to just get started. You got to get going because nothing is gonna happen until you start moving stuff around. And with us now, so like I said, I'm giving this game out every single week. So, if you want to work with us or whatever the case is, and you want to send us some deals and stuff like that, you have a question, shoot me a text. I'll answer it for you. I have no problem with doing it as many times you need me to. Right?
Okay.
I don't have no problem being used, just don't misuse me. Right? That's my whole slogan, right? Don't misuse me. But I have no problem being used. You got a question, you about to get a deal done. You say, Jay, how would you structure this deal? I said, this is what I would do it if I was you. I have no problem with doing that.
Okay. Well, I come across properties or have properties sent to me that are in Dallas
Okay.
as well. So
Well,
I'll
we have
shoot those
bites.
to you.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
do that. Definitely do that. And I'm the boots on the ground here too. So let's make some money.
Okay.
Now what we're getting ready to do too. So our first we're doing a meetup too. Miss Elaine, she will be our admin. So we're doing a meetup starting next month, the second Saturday of every month. We'll do a meetup. So we're gonna be interviewing title companies, brokers and all that good stuff. If you have deals, you'll be able to pitch deals on there. You'll be able to talk to other
Make you add in
investors.
there your
So
hard money and private money lenders.
we'll have all that good information.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of it, you definitely can. If you can text me your email address, I can add you to the list and
Okay.
let's get on it. Let's make this thing big.
I don't know how often I'd be able to make it because like I said, I'm in Houston. But
no, it's online. It's online. It's online.
Okay. Well then,
yeah.
yes.
Yep, it's
Okay.
online. Yep. So definitely, if you can send me the information. My number, I don't know if you can see my screen.
I do. I have it written down. Your
Okay.
midcityacquisitions@gmail.com.
That's me all day.
Okay.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have any more questions for me? Questions are good.
No, that's all I have.
Will you be emailing us the link for next Tuesday?
Yes. Yes, I will. As a matter of fact, this link is this is the link for next Tuesday.
Oh, okay. It's the same
What
one.
I'm gonna do, if you can send me your email address, I'll add you to the group. So that way
I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Please do. Please do. I really appreciate that. But if you can send me your email address, I'll add this to the link. So that way it'll send you out, emails when it's about to happen, when we're about to go live, the whole nine. And if you can't make it, I'll email it to you, like I email to everybody else anyway. So
Okay. I'll send you my email then. Thank you.
Okay, I got your email right here. All right. Any more questions?
Nope, that is all.
No.
All right. Now this was free 99. Now was this worth its weight in gold?
Yes.
All right, it was worth the price. Okay, cool. We won then. We won. Hey, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have a great rest of this evening.
You as well.
too.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.